honest, I'm on a wee fucking gluten-free gay beer. That's what that is. It's just nonsense. I said to Darren earlier, I was like, I'm gluten-free, and he goes, you a glutard? I'm a glue bag, baby. Call me whatever you want. You know, we on the hard stuff tonight. Wheat-free, baby. Yeah, no. So did you all enjoy the first half? Yeah. It's great crack. I love it. I love this fucking comedy scene, but. Sorry, I was just trying to keep my boner down. What are you all on? You all get a wee drink? So on the pints? What are you drinking yourself? MacGyver's, I don't know. I don't know any of the beer names in this place. It's like fucking, you know, like, oh, here, do you want a pint of fucking Witch's Blurt or something? I don't know. Like, it's always wild stuff. What would you usually drink if you were out? Wang. Where are you from? The way you said that was Wang. There was a G at the end of that. Where are you from?
Originally from West Belfast.
Originally from West Belfast. Where were you put out to?
I've been defected to Lisburn.
Defected to Lisburn? So I'm assuming the West Belfast you were from wasn't Andy Town, it would have been more Shankill areas, or?
No, Poglass.
Poglass, okay. Love it, someone yell that. Up ahead! Class. What made you move to Lisburn?
Because we're
married to Boston.
Oh, you're married to Boston. 2 and 2, Justin, fucking get this shit out of your head. Could you not just hide it? You're ginger, like you could just play it off like fucking, you know, just put a fada in your name. real Catholic Gary with a fada, isn't it? And his t-shirt line is just a black t-shirt with an orange sauce down the middle. Love it, I love it. No, I really appreciate you coming out for this show. We're going to get kicked off into the second half. So basically what this second half is, if you've ever watched the show Kill Tony, it's essentially just something like that. So basically me and my esteemed co-host, we're going to sit over here. Acts are going to come up one after another. They're going to do 5 minutes of comedy, and then we'll chat to them for a bit, and we'll try and drag some comedy out of them. Sound good?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I want you to go crazy for my co-host this evening, Mr. Darren Matthews.
Hello, Sunflower. Thank you very much. Welcome to a lesser version of what I normally do in here. What? Don't owe that. Fuck up. You know it's right. Just made some notes so far. By the way, give it up for everyone who saw the first half, everybody. Just made some notes on some of the stuff the guys did earlier on. So Pete Giffen, lovely man, shite knees. Sean Haggerty needs what all great comedians need, a wife with a better job. Cara O'Hagan, I've called the Samaritan several times, that man. And I really enjoyed Bunny said. The only thing I could add to his was George Floyd, much like George Foreman's dick, both could be choked. And honest to fuck, I thought he was wearing a Christy Moore t-shirt when he got on stage. Yeah, that's good. So my name's Darren Matthews, folks. I'm just going to tell you a quick story. Oh, sorry, that was the other note. Gary from East Belfast, doing his bit for the Good Friday Agreement, fair play to you. But continuing to be on brand for your people by fucking Catholics. So... Yeah, so my name's Darren, folks. I'm from Newry, or for Gary, London Newry. And yeah, I run the Sunflower Comedy Club in here, so it's been an absolute joy to be asked by my stunt double to do tonight. Yeah, that's cool. I'll give you a little bit about myself. I am from the south of Armagh, and whenever I was growing up, I once invented a game with a friend of mine. So I had a part-time job when I was in school in a very Republican village called Camla in South Armagh, and we worked in the pharmacy. And we used to be doing was anytime somebody died in the village, death is very much a part of life in the country where I'm from. And anytime anybody died, we used to do this thing where as the funeral cortege would come up through the village, we would have to go out and stand outside the front of the pharmacy and pull the shutters down. Looked very solemn because it was a small place, so when somebody died, it was a big event, you know. And that meant that me and a mate of mine, we invented a game in the late 90s, just after the Good Friday Agreement, when we were working there, called Ra or Na. There's a version for the Protestants internet, it's called UDA or Nay. Like, Ra or Na, the way it worked was when the coffin would get to the little in the back of the hearse, when it would get to the little roundabout in the village, we would start the clock, and it would be, you know, what would be one of our jobs. It would be one person would be guest and one person would have the information. So this time we were playing, and I was like, right, Ra or Na, here we go. And I said to my mate, I was like, right, who's dead? And it was a countdown, because once it passes the roundabout, the clock starts. And you've only got till it goes past the shop. So we were standing there, I was like, right, who's dead? And he says, it's Murphy's up by the Gaelic pitch there. And I was just like, right, start the clock. He says, Murphy's up by the Gaelic pitch. I says, I think I used to play hurling with a cousin of their sisters. I'm going to go Ra, and it will go past. We tricolour on the thing. Fucking yes, final. And one day we're standing outside this is when I thought Ra and I was done for me. We're standing outside, the little hearse came past the roundabout, and I says, whose go is it? He says, it's your go. I says, right, here we go. Start the clock. I says, who's dead? He says, it's Cunningham's live right by the primary school right in the next village. I says, Cunningham's live right by the primary school in the next village. I says, I think I used to go to school with the ex-wife of their dog's cousin. I said, I'm gonna go Ra. Thing went up past. No fucking flag. Lost the game. Had to give my mate a five. I was raging. Thing went up on through the village, up into the chapel and into the graveyard. We were back outside right after we had done this. You know, we were putting the shutters back up. My mate's having a smoke and we're standing there. And all we heard from the graveyard was, I said, give me the fiver. Go on. Ladies and gentlemen, that was about a minute and a half of comedy. I've been Darren Matthews. Let's get this fucking show around.
Darren Matthews, everyone. Just test your mic, make sure it's working.
1, 2.
We need to turn that up.
We have it. We're good.
I think it's the middle one with no actual button on it, if you see what I mean.
Not a play, mate.
This is it's fine. Giving a monkey a gun. So anyhow, crack please. He's all ready for Christmas. Mic check, 1, 2, mic 2. Mic check. I think it's the one, the one with no actual button on it. Yeah, you might have to just hold it close to your mouth there.
That's it.
Sound check. This is the budget for the night, folks. Gary was like, fine, we're sorted. Mic check. Love it.
Now I started to think I was booked as the sound man, not the fucking guest.
No, the thing is, I brought me a mic for this one as well, and it sounds sexy, doesn't it? It's fucking, see what I do to myself, I look at myself when I'm fucking,
Very American Psycho.
I know, what's the crack with yourself, Darren?
Not much, this is fucking nice. Thank you all for coming out on Wednesday, by the way. Lovely bunch of people.
Yeah, I'm currently wearing the complete wrong outfit for this sort of thing. I'm sweating like a gypsy with a mortgage here. This is become an issue,
Toasty?
I'm fucking a medium rare onto this right now. Anything you do to avoid the sun,
That's alright.
But
I'm also a redhead, as you can all tell, so I just want, like white, the whole thing. It's almost as if I've lived in a hot country and know what I'm doing.
Have you seen this new thing though on TikTok? And he's on the TikTok. Yeah, you've seen this new thing that gingers are now considered black. Yeah, you've seen this. Yeah, how crazy is this? Finally, a bit of fucking recognition. Finally, the cousins were the brothers and Daniel at the back, fucking like I'm Martin Luther King up here.
If there's one bunch of people you couldn't put working on the field all day, though. Right, who the fuck came up with that comparison, you morons? Also, I'm 39 years old, what's TikTok?
But no, this is the thing that I was like, whenever I first started, I was like, oh fuck, the gingers are on one, aren't they? We fucking made some wild statement somewhere and nobody's corrected us. But it turned out it was actually the black community's decision. That they were like, you know what, they got bullied growing up, you're one of us now. And they've called us, people, they call themselves chocolate, they call us red velvet. I thought that was sexy. Fucking dick rock hard the whole way through that.
I do enjoy a bit of red velvet cake.
Yeah, that's what I mean, we're just chocolate with a bit of red dye, aren't we? Smaller dicks though. That's a thing, but
you speak for yourself.
I know, we've got Darren's holding 2 mics right now, you just can't see the other one. One's louder than the other one. Wireless, did you say? Just attach it like a fucking silencer. Do you want to just get straight into the live podcast then? So, as I say, the format of it, the comedians come up to do 5 minutes. You stay on stage and we'll chat to you about your set, we'll chat to you about any funny stories you've got, anything like that. Sound good? Class.
Yes, folks, live podcast, but we'll be editing out my slavery jokes. So it's just for you guys, that's in the special edition of the album.
Class. We've got a good few acts in this half here, and they're all fantastic. They're all open micers. Some have been doing it longer, some are very new, and they're just we'll all give them love and attention. It's uninterrupted as well, just in case we don't talk during their set. I hope fucking 15 years of comedy or whatever you're doing, you cop onto that, because I did one before and the other guy was just like talking through their sets and I was like, I'm gonna kneecap him out the back. So yeah, no,
you're like, you do this too, fuck off.
Literally. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. I want you to go wild and crazy for the first act of the second half. Give it up for Jerry Something.
Just gonna put that there before we start. Don't spike it or anything, please. What were you guys saying? Orange is the new black? Hi, yeah. I just kept waiting there so long, I forgot everything I'm going to say. But yes, my name is Jerry. Nice to meet you all. Bit about me, I am married to a woman. What's funny about that? This guy's jealous. Anyway, I'm married to a woman from North Africa. And, after 4 years of marriage, things get a little bit tense sometimes. The other day I was in my kitchen and I thought, I'm hungry, I'm going to make some beans on toast. So I went and I got the pot out and started heating up the baked beans, and my wife came in and she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm just making some beans on toast. Just making some baked beans in the pot. And she was like, no you're not. And she picked my pot of baked beans up and she threw it on the wall. And then she got her own pot out and started making couscous, started heating up couscous. And I was thinking this whole time, these immigrants. They're coming over here and they're taking our hobs. So yeah, I voted for Brexit. There's no good time to come clean about that. But before you accuse me of racism, my dad is a French citizen, hence the French t-shirt. And in 2016, one night, me and my dad were watching Pulp Fiction. We watched the whole thing together, the gimp scene, everything. And 20 minutes to go, my dad was like, Jerry, do you mind turning it off? The language is a bit much. So I didn't get to see the last 20 minutes of Pulp Fiction. So I thought, fine Dad, have it your way. Pain au chocolat. But I know which box I'm taking in this referendum. Pack your bags. That was the main reason I voted for Brexit. The second reason was the EU tried to dictate how sucky our vacuum cleaners should be. Vacuum cleaners suck at 2,000 watts per square inch. EU wanted to make vacuum cleaners suck at 1,000 watts per square inch. And I just thought, no one from Belgium is telling me how sucky my vacuum cleaner should be. So now my dad is in a nursing home in France. Somewhere, and but hey, at least I can watch Pulp Fiction all the way to the end and suck myself off with a vacuum cleaner on full watts. Yeah, a lot of health workers here tonight. Yeah, I work in A&E. I'm an A&E doctor, and I see a lot of strange patients. I saw this one guy. And he said to me, Doctor, I'm addicted to masturbation. He said, Doctor, I'm addicted to masturbation. And I said to him, don't be so hard on yourself. And he's getting better now, touch wood. Since our wee chat, he's only done it a handful of times. And yeah, any waiting rooms, they're jam-packed, aren't they? They're full of all these people eating drug chocolate and Superman pajamas. They're jam-packed, I don't need to tell you, but we can all do our bit to ease that burden on the A&E waiting rooms. There's a thing we talk about in A&E called red flags. And a red flag is something like, if you get central crushing chest pain or a sudden onset headache, that's a red flag. You need to go down to A&E. But I think we should have something called yellow flags. A A yellow flag would be something like, if you're in the A&E waiting room and you order a chippy, get the fuck out of here and leave your chips. We're starving. So back to my immigrant hob-stealing wife. My wife has a problem with me. Sorry, I'll say that again. One of the many problems my wife has with me is that she doesn't think I'm an emotional guy. She doesn't think I cry enough. And that's mostly true. But then one night I was watching this movie called Legally Blonde. And if you haven't seen Legally Blonde, what are you doing? It's a great film. Legally Blonde has a woman called Reese Witherspoon in it, and she plays a wee blonde girl. And she decides, I want to do law at Harvard. And when she gets to Harvard Law, everyone's like, you can't do law. You're just a wee blonde girl. And she fights all this misogyny and racism against wee blonde girls in the film. And she proves them all wrong. And by the end of the film, she graduates top of her class. And she gives this great speech in front of her whole class about believing in yourself and not letting anyone else judge you based on first appearances. And I'm watching this movie, and I'm watching this, and I know the journey this woman's been on, this wee blonde girl. And all this emotion bubbles up inside me, and I just start bawling my eyes out in my living room, crying like never before. And my wife turns to me and says, Jerry, you wouldn't cry this much if you were at my funeral. And through tear-stained eyes, I look up at my wife and say, yes, I would. All I'd have to do is think of that speech at the end of Legally Blonde.
So you finished?
I've been doing this for like 6 years. That's all the jokes I got. Thank you.
Jerry, something, everyone. I missed time. Got really badly. Sorry. Long did you say you've been doing it?
What?
Long did you say you've been doing it?
6 years.
6 years? Jesus, mate. Sorry. I was like a Kevin Hart.
Well, kind of. I did one in England. I lived in London for a while. I did an open mic there, and then I took a 5-year break, and then took.
That's not the same thing.
It was traumatizing.
Fuck, you couldn't have your medical degree.
It was traumatizing.
I've been doing this for years. What's that called?
No, careful. There's a big puddle on the floor here now. Sorry.
Did you wet yourself?
Clean up on the stage, please.
Flat out and even on with it.
Yeah.
Jerry, did you say that your dad was in a French nursing home?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that why you dressed like a mime to fucking commemorate him?
Well, mine's big in France, like. You can become a millionaire in France, just mime them.
Just mime? Because they work fucking 3 days a year over there. That's what happens in France.
I don't know any mimes, but I'm pretty sure that's low in miming.
Alright, Mr. Tumble.
That's because over Elon Musk, it's a fucking national news story. So Jerry, just my notes on your set. I'm not sure how you thought voting for Brexit would get rid of your North African wife.
Well, I met her after. I thought, oh dear, this is going to be awkward.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, you know, North African lady, you got a couple of black guys on the stage here, might take her. And there's the clip.
Ladies and gentlemen, immigrants aren't really the NHS, it's just Jerry.
Yes.
It's because he works 1 day out of the week and then goes, I went back 5 years later. That's right.
I got gonged off in London, and it just traumatised me so much.
Oh, gonged, I thought you meant like gonged to the A&E.
That's going to happen soon.
Terrible performance, awful handwriting, loved it. No, Jerry, I loved your fucking stuff. Bit of wordplay, bit of personalised story. Well done, you. Nice work.
Thanks very much, guys.
Yeah.
Enjoy your night.
Everyone give it up for fucking Jerry Sullivan. Alright guys, that was great.
That was nice. First person up, a fucking hard job, well done.
Oh, 100%.
Set the tone, lovely.
Being fed to the dogs, what we call it in the game. But I think I just called it that.
You made up a thing?
I made up a thing, yeah. Imagine a comedian being creative. But no. So now we're going to get into our second act of this. To be fair, Anna just left it.
First time to see a doctor cleaning, that's
Emer was it? Yeah. Top class. Love it.
You made that worse. Anyway.
You know what it is? He's trying to get paid. He's trying to get more people into fucking A&E. That's what it is.
That's so good.
Anyway, yeah, let's get on our second act of this the second half. Give it up for the wonderful Miss Jo Jarvie.
How are we doing, everyone?
Woo! Did he turn this? You turned the fucking microphone off.
There. You got it.
Fuck me. Jesus Christ. Stick to doctors, alright? How are we? Yeah, very good. Sorry, I'm just moving that pole over there because see if I get too close to a pole on stage, it becomes a very different fucking show. Very good. Well, do you know what? Believe it or not, I actually was married. Someone did choose this, ironically. I know with this accent, it's a bit of a disability, isn't it? I'm saying. But now I'm divorced.
Hey.
Yeah, it's great. I love dick pics. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're laughing way too hard at that. I actually was doing this show over in Brighton, and that was exactly the same. There was a woman who was laughing a little too hard at that joke, and I just looked at her and I was like, "You have an album in your phone, don't you?" And she was like, "How did you know?" Album? Okay. Yeah, me neither. Now, I know what you're thinking. Now, I am probably the love child of Cat Slater and Vicky Pollard, sort of combined into one sort of exotic chav mixture. Thanks to Brexit, I can be here. I mean, thanks. But no, do you know what? When you break up with someone, right, you have to move on. You have to move past it, and you have to forgive. You have to forget. You know, a bit happier. And I decided to do that, become a bit of a happier person. And I've decided I wouldn't kill my husband. But if I did, I think I'd do all right in prison. I mean, to be honest, I'm a nose ring away from a crack addiction and a boyfriend called Terry. I reckon I could have a prison bitch. I could even be someone else's bitch. I wouldn't mind. Tell you what though, I wouldn't be good as a fucking prison guard. Did anyone see that HMP Wandsworth video? Yeah? For those of you who didn't, right, and I'll repeat it for the ones who watched it about 5 million times. There was a prison guard in Wandsworth Prison in London, right, who was filmed having sex with one of the inmates. One. Just what? Like, sorry, but if I was a prison guard and I was in a massive prison with 100 sweaty, desperate, bad boy, ripped men, best believe I'm shoving iPhone 16s up my ass for all my booze in there. Just call me fucking Bonnie Blue of Belmarsh. I'll be going around all of them, asking if they want some hooch from my cooch. God, Bonnie Blue's a mad one, isn't she? Did you hear she's coming to Belfast? She fucking, genuinely, you heard it here first, Bonnie Blue is coming to Belfast. I mean, that girl's been rattled more times than an Auschwitz fucking fence, hasn't she? She's been copped more times than John Wayne's gun. Slammed more times than a car door, right? I'm gonna leave it at that. But I was actually scrolling through the old TikTok, callback, and this girl actually was putting out a threatening message towards Bonnie Blue. And she said, if you come over here, Bonnie Blue, you'll be Bonnie Body Bag going home. And I thought, fuck me, she could have said she'd be Bonnie Red, White and Blue. But no, instead she's going to just be fucking Bonnie Black and Blue. So anyway, I'm just going to leave it at that. Thank you.
Fantastic. You were talking about that prison guard thing.
Yeah.
I wrote a joke for that and forgot it.
Good stuff.
Doesn't matter. Darren, any notes?
I'm sure it was great.
I was just going to say the prison officer over in England, they have sex with them over here, and where I'm from in South Armagh, we kill them.
Nice. That's one hell of a kink.
That's the old school. That's a troubles joke? Fuck yous. That's alright.
So, how long have you been going now, Joe?
9 months.
9 months.
You only divorced 9 months for a fucking place.
No.
I was going to say you're almost due. No, I wasn't. Sorry, that sounded way worse than what I meant. Jesus.
Just because you're wearing a giant shirt covering your pregnancy belly. It's been nice. That's alright. Top tip, I have a dick pic response for you.
Okay.
No problem, because you're saying obviously you're tortured with the
I'm glad you said response.
like a response real Sam. No. One Catholic, thank you. Yeah, no, there's a buddy of mine, she used to say that whenever, she used to have a thing where she was her dick pic response, where whenever somebody would send her a dick pic, she just had one saved on her phone that was just massive. She would just message back and go, I'm all good, thanks. No fucking replies.
If you show me yours, I'll show you mine type thing.
But it's just way better.
Yeah? Sure, I'll try that next time.
My one was just going, stinking.
Or I had one of my friends text one of them and said, will you stop pretending to be child pornography?
Illegal but funny. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
It must be, like, I'd fucking love to be sent dick pics. I'm sorry, just not out of like anything gay, just fucking.
I was gonna say, is this something you want to tell us?
You know, to get out of the hole first, put down the shovel, Justin. How about that? Sorry.
Dude, I know comedians are attention seeking, but fuck man.
Imagine coming out in a live podcast, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Fucking, what is this, tea with me? That's me never gigging again. Only joking, yeah.
No one would believe you also. As a man who used to live with two gay men years ago, and I used to go to the gay bars with them, nobody believes that we're gay.
Oh yeah.
Because they have, like, you know, a sense of style, they're in good shape, they're just generally good looking people. You know, we'd be there, everyone's drinking fucking martinis, I'd just stand in the corner of the pint and go, I could probably get away with this. Like, no, you fucking can't. Look at the state of you. Same to you.
Oh, yeah, no,
have you tried being gay instead?
Do you know what? I would love to be gay because women are so attractive. I just can't bring myself to it.
Oh, but when I say it.
No, honestly, I mean, women are like curvy and beautiful. I mean, like men's anatomy. Let's be honest. I mean, they've got the short end of the stick. But,
I feel like based on your divorce story, you may have got the short end.
Yeah. No, I got a good settlement. It's good. No, honestly, I wouldn't mind being gay, but I can't bring myself to munch the carpet. I'm sorry, girls. I
think you find most of them are wooden floors these days.
They're all waxed. The Wax Street girls.
That's actually pretty good. Well done.
Thanks.
Joe, did you get divorced because the marriage wasn't working out, or because he made you move here?
No, I moved here for him.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, that's your own fault, I'm sorry.
I know, well.
It was like a weird thing.
It was like a half and half reason why I moved over. But no, he...
Is he Irish?
I don't want to be like really... No, he's Scottish.
Oh.
I know.
What's going on?
He's throwing darts at him up.
Who lost the bet? Like,
you know what? We should move somewhere where both our accents will be mocked.
Yeah. No, his mum was Irish and my mum's Irish. His dad's Scottish and my dad's Greek, so it was kind of like, yeah, darts at him out.
Move to fucking Greece. What are you doing?
I know. Yeah, I know. But do you know what? My family genuinely had an option to either move to Australia or London, and my family was the only one that moved to London. The rest of them were all in Australia.
As someone who's lived in Melbourne, which is the largest Greek population outside of Greece, you fucked up.
I know. Well, they fucked up. I tell them all the time. So yeah.
You'd be married to a nice, you know, swarthy guy called Stavros right now, if that was the case.
Oh, don't. Do you know what? There's we signed a player last year from West Ham, Mavropanos. Just look him up. Right, West Ham player, Mavropanos.
Can everybody follow Jo online, please, just so she can pronounce Greek names properly?
No.
Thank you.
How would you say it?
I would, if I read it somewhere, I'd say it's fucking wrong. So that's okay. I'm happy enough for that one.
That's good. Funny enough, me and my girlfriend were in a town having dinner last week, and I seen one of your show posters up. I thought that was cool. The Crazy Stupid Funny, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we seen that. Went to take a photo and send it to you, and I went, I'll do a dick pic instead.
Will you stop sending me child pornography?
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Jarvie.
Joe Jarvie. Guys, this guy, I think a few of you are actually here to see him tonight, so why don't you go wild and crazy for the one and only Mr. Anthony Markey!
Thanks very much, lads. How's everybody doing? If somebody came in here and took a quick pic, it looked like three ginger cunts talking about the Battle of the Boyne. Sorry, call me cunt. See, I've actually been in common with these two lads that are sitting beside me. I've lived in Logan and I currently live in Newry.
What?
Sorry about Logan. In all fairness, you know, he's like the French Riviera to me. With the butt crane that on. But actually, what I came here to talk about is something very specific. Is Jesus' foreskin. Yeah, I don't know if any of you heard about this. Back in the 1600s. That's what you just said. Back in the 1600s, right, there was a big problem within the Catholic Church. So, there's many places claiming they had the holy relic of Jesus' foreskin. Now, as I said, there's an issue. There could only be one foreskin. There happened to be about 8 of them. Now, the Catholic Church was sitting having discussions, and I would have loved to be in that room. The reason we buy was, what would he come up with to explain why there was 8 foreskins knocking about? So I was thinking maybe the first idea was, maybe Jesus actually had 8 cocks. Now I don't know what you call it. Is that a coctopus? I'm not sure. But even Bonnie Blue would say that was too much. Maybe not. Where's off the pussy when you know? But they decided that wasn't a good enough option. So what they decided actually to do was, actually I thought it was a pretty good idea. They said what happened was when Jesus descended into the heavens, his actual baby foreskin went with him, which I would have stopped at that point. But after that, they actually decided to say, as he was descending into the heavens, Jesus' foreskin became the rings of Saturn. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a mighty stretch to me. For any foreskin. Now, the thing about this is, why this rings a bell with me is because I try and say this in a dignified way. I also don't have my foreskin. But I didn't get it taken away when I was a baby. I got taken away when I was about 22. Now, I'll try and give you a sort of an explanation of why in a not so gruesome way. So, do you know when you're a wee child and you have that one favourite t-shirt that you love wearing every day, and then you wear it every day, and then all of a sudden there's that one day where your head doesn't fit through the top of your neck. Yes, that's what happened to my foreskin. So I remember I had to go to the doctor. I said, look, all the P. Diddy's lube ain't going to help me now. Look, my dick don't work anymore. Can you do anything for her? So he comes along, gets a magnifying glass out and has a look. Yeah, Anthony, your dick's fucked. Yeah, I'm going to have to sort that out. And he started laughing, he was chuckling himself, he had a little joke in his own head. He says, it kind of looks like a roll-on deodorant. And I said, are you sure? It was no Dove. So I said, look, doctor, is it going to be a big procedure to get done? He says, don't worry, Anthony. We do the babies all the time. You'll be fine. Yes. The one thing he failed to mention was babies do not get fucking bonus. They don't. Like, I got the procedure done and there you're sitting there going, it's hard not to get hard. You're like literally, it's like actually if somebody's having trouble with their dick, just try to think, don't get hard and you'll get fucking hard straight away. But the thing, so I got through that tough time, and the thing I was thinking was, I went through a bit of hardship with my own cock. And why does Jesus get to only be person to claim that his foreskin is up in the cosmos? Whoever the fuck. So I'll leave you with this. When you go home tonight and you think of me, all I want you to think is, my foreskin is now around your Uranus. Thank you.
Anthony Markey, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, type 5 but type foreskin, give it up.
Show us.
Only behind now.
Behind the fake curtains. But no, the funny thing is, relatable, also circumcised, my brother. Just fucking 3 strong black men, that's what it is.
Such an odd one out now.
Imagine you're the minority in this situation right now. Anyway,
the gender minority, is it?
I know, that's what I was going to say. We look like the fucking worst version of Spider-Man, No Way Home ever, don't we? Like,
Oh yeah.
but like if your powers weren't like slinging webs, it was like not being able to have your phone brightness up, like, that'd be the difference. But Anthony, how long have you been going now then?
I did a course last year. I probably did my first proper stand-up set in Madden's there in October.
Really? Just
Yeah.
what's that, about 7 months?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, mate.
I haven't done that many. I've a few coming up. So
Yeah, no, that's great. No, honestly, you were very good. I thought you were very, very good for...
Thank you.
Who am I to fucking tell me, like... Everyone will be going, who the
the
fuck...
problem is some people are debatable whether Jesus foreskin's a good topic.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
You know.
That was great.
What if you were like, I need to tell the world my truth?
You've no
Jesus
day.
foreskin. Quite interesting dog. Ali, I have a question. You from the dog?
Fuck me.
I feel like that was a no.
Daniel killed me. No, I'm from Drogheda.
I knew that too. That's
Same
alright.
thing.
Hang on. That's actually a gender insult. That'll be like somebody calling me a fucking Rangers fan. So, again, you throw it.
From Drogheda, yeah.
Very good. That's for anybody who doesn't know. There is a pronunciation issue with that. That's not too bad. So, you've not fucking hammered drunk from the weekend from winning the Leinster Championship.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big guy man.
Of course you're not. You're fucking loud.
No. See, the problem thing with Laird is actually a big soccer county as well.
Absolutely.
You know, so it'll be more soccer than the guy. But look, I supported them and my dodgy stick wasn't working at the time, so I couldn't get the stick.
Crow Park is 20 minutes from your house.
Fuck it.
Did he go? No, he fucking didn't.
I was having a barbecue at the back.
Having won it in 68 years, 60,000 people travel to Dublin Sunday. It's like,
And it'll be 68 years before you see me now.
It's good thing you told us where you're from, because at the back he's Landy, he doesn't even sound like that, he's English. Came up and he said, "Oh, right, Justin."
Now, the reason I wanted to ask as well, because if for anyone who's never, like, so I am from right on the border, just outside Newry, so Louth is the next county down from me, and, well, actually Down is the next county over from me, never mind.
I live in Down technically, I think.
Yeah, technically.
I'm on the Point Road.
Yeah, you're in Newry, you're Down, yes.
Yeah.
Fuck you then, that's what I said. But we have that as well, so if you want a good laugh, there is a great rivalry that, for people who don't know, Louth is known as the wee county, and Dundalk and Drogheda have a rivalry that is probably much more violent than the Falls and Shankill. I'm just letting you know, the people of Dundalk call them Shelbyville. They reckon they're Springfield and that's
And we just call them cunts.
Exactly. They're literally arguing over where the council offices of the county are. So that's if you want to see some gang warfare, never mind North Belfast, Drogheda is the place to go. That's where that man lives in
Actually,
Newry.
I didn't know what
Did you say you lived in Lurgan now?
I lived in Logan for a year.
A year? That's funny because you're talking about like that, like debate between those two towns, but Lurgan and Portadown also have like a fucking rivalry.
Yeah, can I ask you a question? Like, is Craigavon like the taint?
The taint? Because it tainted Lurgan.
Is there actually a centre to Craigavon, or just rush me out?
Craigavon is the city, and Lurgan and Portadown are the towns in it.
Is that the way?
There's nothing funny about that. I'm just mad about it. Anyone ask me? Because I'm from Craigavon, I'm from in between, so.
I used to live in a place called Silverwood.
Silverwood, yeah. I work in Silverwood.
I got conned to move to Silverwood because I always remember the apartments put up this. They said great views of the golf course and ski slopes. I thought I was living in the Swiss fucking Alps. And you turn up, right? And you turn up and it's a fucking fuck golf course and a glorified headless scalper.
The fucking flattest bit of ground in County Armagh as well.
And it literally has
The only good thing was frying toasters down the road.
They literally have cows run about it as well. It's just someone else's acre of farm, that's all it is.
Actually, pub quiz for any of the Catholics in the room tonight. This man's from Drogheda and he's talking about the foreskin red.
I know where you're going with it.
What?
I know where you're going with it.
Absolutely. Pub quiz anybody, because this man will tell you. Does anybody know the relic that's in Drogheda?
Oliver Plunkett's head.
Fucking right!
I'll be honest with you, the first time.
Funny, mate.
It's not anybody claiming they've got one of the 8 versions of it. It is the fucking head of a guy in a church in Drogheda. And everyone's like, why is less people doing Catholicism these days? Mostly the trauma, to be honest with you.
I remember the first time my mum brought me to see Oliver Plunkett's head, and she told me, I asked why you were going to see him. She says, well, he was tarred and feathered, which actually wasn't true. He was hung, drawn, and quartered. And I said, why? Who did it? She said, the Brits. But
Don't laugh, it was.
But the thing is, she told me tarred and feathered. I thought I was going to see a chicken.
See, I believe everything in the Brits, so I can't fucking say anything. I was like the closed filthies in Belfast, and I was like the fucking English bacon.
That's true, yeah.
I was like, can't have fucking nothing. You know what I found out? Guinness, owned by the English, kill me. Get your Beamish Indias, right? It's over there on top.
And obviously, full true story as well, the fact that you got circumcised when you were 22, and I fully empathise, because when I was 22, hard on probably could have jacked up a car.
Yes. I'm not joking.
Whereas now as a 39-year-old, if anyone could tell me what a hard on looks like, that'd be...
Joe. Show him the phone.
Gingers, talk about hard-ons.
Have you anything big coming up? I know you said you only did.
I've actually a big one next week. I'm doing that So You Think You're Funny thing.
Oh, you're doing something good.
But I'll be honest, I'm very bad in terms of putting sets together. I just sort of wing a lot of the shit.
Oh,
so God knows what happens when I go over there. I might get, if I do the Oliver joke, I don't know.
Yeah, well, here, that's what it's all about.
But look, that's me.
When in doubt, talk about Jesus' dick.
Can't go wrong.
Name of the episode. Listen, we got to get you out of here because we're running over time. But listen, everybody, give it up for Anthony Markey. Let's keep this ball rolling, baby. Let's give it up for the one and only Will Ray.
You're right. Look, and I think there's another ginger coming up as well. What are we, black or something? What is it?
We are. Well, not. You're not like us.
That's fine. Justin McNally, everybody. It's Justin Freeburn. You guys don't know who he is. You don't know who I am either, so it doesn't matter. Guys, I'm getting older. And do you know how I know? Remember whenever you're getting all excited for your birthday, and it's like, what am I going to get? Or your Christmas or something like that. So I turned 32 this year, and for my birthday I got anti-balding spray and teeth whitening vouchers. Happy birthday, you ugly bastard, basically. Is what I get. And I am like super jealous of like really good looking people. Like I feel like they get attention so easily. Like they can just take a selfie in any environment with some bullshit quote. Moments like this. Hashtag Belfast. Hashtag be kind. Loads of attention. Mental. And they're doing this thing, they're doing get ready with me videos now as well. If you don't know, it's where they video themselves getting ready and for some bananas reason loads of people watch it. I asked a guy at a gig recently, would you watch one of those with me? And he said, no, that would fuck up my algorithm. Someone out there wants to watch a 30-year-old small ginger guy getting ready, and Justin, I'll send you that dick pic later, alright? We all greet people on social media, right? We all do that, but I have 2 warning stories of why you shouldn't do that. So on my phone here, I've got like a crack in the back, and would anybody greet people on social media in the bath? Be honest, would you greet people on social media in the bath?
I would creep anybody anywhere.
Me too. With this, the scene started getting into it. I started like liking people's pictures from way back. Don't know how I got there initially, but I've got another story that's way worse, right? So you shouldn't go on your phone when you're driving. My attention span is completely fucked. Like I need to watch a TikTok if I'm alone for 30 seconds, basically. And I was at the lights, I was on Instagram, and didn't notice the lights turned green. Car started pumping the horn. I freaked out, started driving again, looked back down on my phone about 25-30 seconds later, and it said, your story has been posted to Instagram. No idea what it is. I wish I could say at the earliest possible convenience I looked, but like I looked fucking straight away, like what the fuck's that? It was some random girl's selfie that I barely knew had been posted to my story. I freaked the fuck out. Like, if I say I nearly crashed, pulling a card shoulder trying to delete that, right? And I did, and I don't think anybody's seen it. But it got me thinking, what if I had crashed trying to delete that from my phone? And that was the last thing I did. Like, I think that's like the best DOE ad ever. There'd be like mad conspiracy theories. It's like she killed me or something. It'd be wild. This is where I might. To be fair, from Justin's MC, I don't think I'll lose a lot of you, but I'll maybe lose Gary. How do we feel about the royal family? Perfect, that's fine. I'm gonna shit on them a wee bit. My mum loves the royal family. Like, if there's any program on them, she's watching. It doesn't have to be a wedding or we fucking walk in the park, she's watching all 6 programs on it. And I've noticed the bar is so low for people to be impressed by them. Like, they'll interview some security guard and be like, the Queen smiled at me. I can do that, right? Prince Charles, I don't know what their fucking names is. One of them invented a sport. Does anybody know what the sport is that he invented? Anybody? Yeah, right? So this sport, if you want to play it at home, all you need is 4 horses, a carriage, 2 staff, slaves, whatever, and 100 acres of land. That's all you need. I've got a pretty good idea why he's the one who invented that sport. Like, could you imagine some guy, I don't fucking Jimmy in some estate, being like, right guys, I've got this idea for a new sport and trying to get funding for it. The beginning has legs, the ending doesn't. That's fine. Oh, am I out of time? Can I do one more quick bit that I'm going to try? Thank you. So I watch it's probably shit, but anyway. I watch this thing, I watch a lot of football on TV, and the commentators just say a lot of shit just to try and fill time. And one of them is, I don't know if you noticed this, whenever they're commentating, they say you couldn't write it. It'd be like Chelsea 1-0, you couldn't write it. A corner and then a goal, 1-1, you couldn't write it. Fucking could write it. There's more to that, but I haven't quite worked it out yet. That'll do me, thanks.
Well, right, everyone. That was a really good bit. I have to give it to you. That was fantastic.
Bravo. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, but listen, well said. You couldn't write it. You were talking about well, how long have you been doing it? No, you did it shortly after I started.
I met you 20 seconds into my comedy career. It was like, here's your first gig, here's Justin. So whatever that was, like 3 years ago or something, yeah, 3 or 4 years ago.
Well, career.
Did I say career? Journey then. I don't know. What do you want? What should I say instead?
See,
Failure?
See what happens? You sucked my dick for nothing. I told you I'd put you on, and only 3 years later, that's all it took.
3 years, I think, yeah.
You went bald and unbalded in the same amount of time.
Yours, you can talk.
That's when I lean into it. I'm sexy, baby. Me and Gary, we're go home, rub heads, and create a magnetic effect. So, every time we bump heads, every time 2 bald people bump heads, a royal dies. So Gary keeps away from all of us. But well, you were talking about like good-looking people having like a pretty people privilege type thing.
Yeah.
Do you think that actually exists?
So like, yeah, totally.
Because you get
like,
as much as I.
No, like 100%. Like they can take videos of just like anything, and then it gets some attention.
True.
Like they can.
Yeah, like put it this way, right? If I sent the dick pic to Joe, right? Creepy, right? Trying to think of someone good looking. Zac Efron, is he still good looking? I don't know. No, someone said no.
Like, High School Musical Zac Efron?
No. Preschool musical Zac Efron.
Right.
Your dick might be beautiful. I don't know.
Let's find out, baby. Just, if you got your binoculars with you, we'll figure it out. No, anyway, what have you got?
Oh, basically, my only notes were if the Queen smiled at somebody, that'd be impressive in this day and age.
Fair enough. It's age.
Alright. And also, I did not know that King Charles had invented the sport. My whatever, obviously we're not allowed to heckle, so we were just making notes. When you said he invented the sport, I wrote down wife killing.
See, what I thought.
I was speaking of wife killing, but
It's the Joe I know. It's the Queen's husband, the Queen's dad's husband. No, it's not him. But yeah, anyway, I forgot his name.
that's okay.
I forgot his name. But
basically, I was just gonna say the way to win that game is just stay in a tunnels in Paris. So
See, I thought that what they did was they just got a load of Irish people in a field and made them have a Hunger Games. That's what kind of sport they invented,
so they invented time travel. I know that there's that where, as you said, you need 4 horses and all that sort of stuff. I invented Ra in a Republican village in Armagh. So
yeah, sure. Yeah.
all I needed was loads of dead IRA people. So
That's it. That's all you need.
That's great. Have you anything mental going on in your life at the minute?
Nah,
What's the love life like?
What? I did one of these recently and someone else asked me that. No, not much going on, mate. Nah.
It's just that you seem like the kind of guy you need to ask that about,
Why?
Because you look like your body's in a trunk somewhere, that's all. Sorry.
That's fine, mate.
I love man.
hang on. Can I point out that's absolutely a wild accusation for 3 people that look really
Real recognize real.
I won't home time to phone the cops. I'm only joking, I'm just out there, I'd never phone the cops.
I don't know how to answer that question.
You dating or anything? You on Tinder or anything? Or?
No, I hate the apps. I hate the apps. Yeah,
what do you do to if you're like say the big man's horny, right? Say he's good.
Always.
Say the
Keep your hand in your pocket.
I'm sorry.
say the big man's, the head's going through the neck of the hoodie, if you know what I'm saying. Anthony's back there jealous as fuck. Say that. What's your plan? What is it zip ties or
Are we back in the bodies of the front?
I'm trying to get to the bottom of something here.
I think I'm quite good at just talking to people. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
We got him. You can come in.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. It's not
This is all a big
answer. I don't know.
This is all just a big ruse to get you to admit this something.
I haven't been
Hang on. Can I
bad.
just ask you about, because it's maybe generational. Will, you're 32?
Yeah.
Justin, what did you?
I'm not fucking answering.
No, not what age do you look? What age are you?
I'm 25.
You're 25. So something almost 40, 32 and 25. So for the people who are over 30 in the room, give me a cheer if you remember having to walk across a bar and talking to a complete stranger.
Yeah.
Stay off the apps and fuck up.
I didn't meet my girlfriend and fuck off. She.
No, just Janet, you stay off the apps.
She's back there agreeing with you. Just to throw her under the bus real quick, she came on to me, so who's mentally ill there?
Not if we have a trained healthcare professional.
I know, she's an accountant, so she'll cook the books for us. But I don't know, that wasn't funny, sorry. Listen, Will, you've been an absolute delight. We'd love to have you on. We'll hope to see you again at a future show. So,
100%.
Alright folks, let's get into our second last act of the night. This guy, he's been going a few years now and he's hilarious. So I want you to go wild and crazy for Mr. Martin Barkley!
Well, so far, how are we feeling? We're feeling good? Yeah! Are we feeling great? Yeah! Are we feeling ticklish? Is that what ticklish? We don't want to make you too jealous on me. So, for anyone who hasn't seen me before, my name's Martin, but my nickname's Marty. Now, Martin's not a very cool name, but Marty is. Take Marty McFly, for example. Anybody who goes back in time, rides a skateboard, plays guitar, and nearly fingers his own ma is pretty cool to me. 90% of the room's heard that joke and you still laugh. Fair play to you. So I was taking a stroll through the beautiful city of Lisbon the other day, and I came across this term I've never really heard before. It was, how you say, Catholic cunt. Yeah, some old boy slung it at me trying to hurt my feelings, and I was like, mate, I can't like it. You know why? 'Cause it sounds like a new fragrance. Catholic cunt. Buy today and get a free bottle of Protestant prick. He obviously spread that all over himself that day. So I'm single now because of jokes like that. I'm trying to get better at approaching women, you know. But I don't think women fully appreciate how hard it is for a man to just approach a woman out of the blue, you know. But then they'll say things like, what was so hard about it? I gave you a look. You gave me a look? She's like, yeah, to let you know it was okay to come over. I'm like, well, now I'm curious, you know. What was this look that was so obvious that I couldn't possibly have missed it? She's like, I went like this. I'm like, man, I don't think you know what you're dealing with here. I'm a man. The only way I know that you're interested is if you look at me like this. And even then, I can't be sure. She could just be looking at the toilets, you know. Speaking of toilets, have you ever been taking a piss and suddenly you need a sneeze? It's terrible. It goes everywhere. Can't even get anything in the guy's mouth for fuck's sake. It's all over his face and that's just not what he asked for, you know. Did you ever go to the zoo and realize none of the animals give a fuck about you? Should probably start going there for emotional support. But you look at the animals, you're like, fucking do something! And they're like, we're in jail! And I'm like, I know! But I'm out for the day! Giraffes are so selfish, at least do a flip or something! I wonder what it's like on day one of a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. Because it must be like fucking, oh! Oh my god! This is amazing! Which is pretty much every reaction I have every time I'm having sex. Ah! That was a new bit, but alright. You know what I don't get? Why are people so afraid of ghosts? What's he gonna do? Take a swing on me? He hasn't even got a body. Oh babe, there's a ghost in the house, there's a ghost in the house. So fuck, what's he gonna do? Steal something? You know what ghosts are afraid of? Henry the Hoover. Fucking ghost pussies. God's a bit of a show off, isn't he? He's like, look at me, or, hang on a second. God's a bit of a show off, isn't he? He's like, oh, look at me, I created the heavens and the earth, look at me. Fucking get over yourself, would you? He's like, worship me, and I'm like, no. He's like, come on, worship me, and I'm like, no. He's like, I made vaginas. I'm like, oh, you got me there, God. You got me there, you pesky God. So I'm a devout Christian now. Or as they say in Lisburn, a Catholic cunt. So I'll leave you with this is a new bit, right? You can tell me if it's good, right? So, Happy Mania One More Time is one of the best songs of all time, right? I don't care what anybody says, it's one of the best songs, right? And the bit I love the most about the song is when she goes like this. Oh, babe, I shouldn't have let you go. You know why that's my favourite bit? Because she goes from singing really, really well to all of a sudden sounding like she's falling off her chair. I shouldn't have let you go. Whoa. Whoa. Close one. And now you're right outside, yeah. You know what the real challenge of that song is? Go home and listen to it and try to not picture her falling off her chair. It's impossible. I've ruined it for you. That's all you guys like it.
Martin, everyone. Martin, do you know what I love about your material? It sounds like you wrote it while stoned on weed and then you perform it like you're on coke. That's like...
You were half right.
You performed it on coke.
Actually, my notes was when did you start taking E's to calm down?
I used to take E's to make me happy.
I thought that bit about the zoo, like, I'm on my day out here, I thought that was fucking phenomenal. I thought that was a really good bit. What did you think of it? Yeah. There we go. There's your validation for the day. Now fuck off.
Everybody else got a longer interview than that.
I'm only whining. No, how long have you been going now, Marty?
2 years.
2 years, yeah. You started in the what we would call like the Maddens wave of comedy. There was a new comedy club open a year or two ago in the Maddens bar in Belfast, and it brought in like a whole new influx of comedians, and it's been great so far. fuck yous. 3 spots left for the rest of us, you know. But no, it's good. It's good. You've been doing it 2 years, man. It's
First time I met Darren, sorry to interrupt you. First time I met Darren, I got off stage, he shook my hand, he went, "You're very loud."
Here, it's better.
And I was right.
It's better than what he said to me. I came off stage the first time I get this was over 3 years ago. Came off stage and I walked to the back of the room looking for like some validation from Darren, the promoter. If I didn't already say it, Darren runs a gig in here at the end of every month. Last Sunday of every month, it's the Sunflower Comedy Club, and it's become one of the best clubs in the country. But he basically, I walked to the back being all fucking, you know, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I couldn't wait. I was just a newcomer and all. And I walked up and went, "How was that?" And he went, "Stop wearing your fucking hat." And I was like, Jesus. I was like, "Thanks, Darren." But no.
Oh, we couldn't see your face. You don't give us some witness protection.
I was like this the whole way through my set. It was in a 50 Cent music video the whole way through it, you know. But yeah, it was great. But what would you say has been your most mental gig so far doing this for 2 years?
We did a gig, me, Daniel and Callum did a gig out in, where was it again? Oh, it was in the fucking, you were there? Remember, it was absolute dead. There was a stage here and the fucking toilet was right beside the stage.
Where was this again?
I think it was somewhere.
It was a charity gig.
Charity?
Remember?
In Oma?
It was a tiny fucking room. It was like minuscule.
The only bar in the village, like.
Yeah,
Your first mistake, gentlemen, you went to Toronto.
I remember this. It was in. Do you know what it is? You know, whenever you put in Daly's Comedy Club or Daly's Bar into the sat-nav, and it brings you to one in like Carrickmore, wherever it is.
That's where it was.
It was Daly's Bar in Carrickmore. That's what it was. I remember that. And the girl went, "I brought you all pizza," and brought us one like 9-inch pizza. With chips, honestly, you know, like it's fucking. That was always.
We're not all doing arenas, is what I'm trying to say here.
I hear, honestly, local comedy is the most depressing thing. David, hit me up after this, man. I swear to God, there's a lot of money to be made, or at least concerts. He's just come here scouting tonight. That's all this is.
My only notes off your set I thought were great. Back to the Future, what fucking version have you seen?
To be fair, him doesn't matter anyone love that.
No, his ma comes on him, but frankly he doesn't come all over his man.
No, he watched back shots to the future. That's what that
And also, just to say, just when you were pointing that double thing about, you know, obviously you were talking about Hit Me Baby One More Time, Britney Spears at the start of her career, absolutely amazing. My only note was, for anybody who follows Britney online on her Instagram, maybe your dad was right to be in charge of it.
I love watching it because do you know what I'd love to imagine whenever it's hot, like she's doing these videos? You're saying no, but you've seen the videos of her dancing with the blurred out and all fucking
with knives
in her hands. It's here, fucking kind of sexy.
Mental health professional.
But I'm just saying, do you know what I'd love to figure out? That
give her a name.
She doesn't know that there's cameras there, and it ends up being like a Truman Show situation where she's just like fucking, you know, like doing all that shit with the knives, and it's just all of us going, gorgeous. This is, you know, that's I feel so bad right now. I'm not making fun of her. I'm just saying how funny would it be that if she didn't know the cameras were there. Anyway.
I appreciate Britney because, as you were saying, you started off your career with Hit Me Baby One More Time, and now at this point when we are all watching her Instagram and like, what the fuck is going on here? She doesn't need to like have a green screen. She can afford to just have different backgrounds in every video.
Oh yeah, that's great about it as well. It's like every video you see of her and she's like in fucking Marbella, but it's actually in some like hotel room in like Donegal, you know. It's great. No, but I know for later. She brought out some bangers. I'm more of a Justin Timberlake fan though. That's me and my girlfriend going to see JT in June, but I'm fucking loving it, you know. Jesus. He is Jesus, yes, I would have to say that. Listen, anyone that wrote Cry Me a River, I'll get on that dick, you know what I mean? Like, I'd let them mentally abuse me.
I'm going to throw this out here as well as a big music fan. He fucking probably didn't write it either, so it's alright.
Go in the song credits. I've deep dived into this. Justin Timberlake wrote half the songs for other artists. There we go. Anyway, I'll get off his dick for 2 minutes here. And, Marty, anyway, what's your love life like? What's your favourite brand of Nutella? Fucking.
What?
You're almost ginger. Are you mixed race? No, sorry.
I'm Ash Ginger.
You're Ash Ginger. You can say the G word then. That's
there you go.
No, listen, man. I know you quite well. We gig together all the time, so there's not much else we can really talk about. I'll think of something later and text you. But listen, I've got to get you off the stage here.
Quality content for the podcast. I'll text you later. Marty, lovely stuff. Keep her lit.
Thanks very much, guys. Thank you.
Don't listen to me.
Marty Barkley, everyone!
Lovely. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are on to the final act of this show. And this, yeah, exactly. I need to hear more awes out of that. You're definitely not saying it after that whole Justin Timberlake. I'll cry you a river later. But listen, guys, let's give it up for the one and only Mr. George Robinson!
Hello, folks. It's great to be here. I'm going to level with you. I am in a fantastic mood tonight because just this afternoon, my partner and I got engaged. Thank you. I wanted to surprise my partner with the biggest ring I could get. So I shoved a pineapple up my ass. Thank you. Thank you. We're having a Hawaiian wedding. As Justin said, my name is George Robinson, but something I don't tell people very often. I actually have two middle names. My initials are G, D, P, R. What's my full name? I'm not telling you. Thank you. You know, I've got to say I'm pretty good at keeping a secret. There's a reason they call me George Data Protection Robinson. It's the same joke. I heard a rumor going around town. They're saying the early bird gets the worm. The early bird gets the worm. I don't think that's true, you know. I'm late almost everywhere, and I am riddled with them. I have worms. You know, I hired a dyslexic chef to work in my pizzeria. I was hoping that by hiring a dyslexic chef for my pizzeria, he'd spice up the menu, you know? Yeah, certainly added pizzazz. Pizzazz, like pizza, you get it? Yeah, a bit of fun. Darren, let me ask you a question. Do you watch a lot of movies?
Yes.
Yes, would you say that you're a film buff?
Yes.
Not just regular buff then? I've never been allowed to be this close to you. That's exciting. Since the what happened a few years ago. But you know, I have a joke about watching movies, so I'm glad you brought this up. I watched a movie recently, Cocaine Bear. Give me a cheer if you've seen Cocaine Bear. Yeah. Some people, okay. If I can give you my review, I thought it was unrealistic. Yeah. I just didn't believe it. Cocaine Bear. A bear on cocaine. Come on. Bears like poppers. Get real, get real. I am divorced. There's no segue for that. And I got 2 kids as well. But something you hear all the time is that failing marriages stay together for the sake of the kids. They keep going for the sake of the kids. Personally, I don't get that. You know, surely it's way more harmful to keep an unhappy relationship going and showing that to the kids. More so than any damage a split can do. And you gotta put the kids first, you know? So that's what my ex and I did. If anything, we got separated for the sake of the kids. But that's quite complicated to explain to a 6-year-old. So we just said it's their fault. Old enough to end 7 happy years, you're old enough to hear the truth. Also, while we're here, learn to read. What was the line? Okay. You know, I used to believe there was nothing stronger than a mother's love for their children. Nothing stronger. Until I met my legal team. Full custody! Woo! Yeah, but seriously, Wendy, if you are out there, you'll never see them again. I worry that I've killed the party vibe a little bit. Talking about divorce. So I'd like to end with some impressions. Do we want to hear some impressions? Woo! Woo! That was you? Uncanny. Here's a short impression. This is an Italian-American man reading through the alphabet, and he's about 2/3 of the way through. Oh! Thank you. Grazie. I'd like to end on my best impression, I think. This is an impression of the Chuckle Brothers if they were from China. Let me preface, it's fine. It's okay, we got tense. These are the Chinese Chuckle Brothers. To me, there's a one-child policy. Thank you very much.
Fucking here. Look at that. That's a fucking professional right there. 5 minutes on George Robinson, everyone. Oh. Here, do you want to see some real psychiatry, David? George, do you have a wife and kids?
Any other crack lads?
Sorry, go.
No, I am glad we're clearing up because whenever you were basically like, yeah, you never see them again, the healthcare professional was like, go fuck yourself. And ladies and gentlemen, can I just say it is an absolute honour and pleasure to see Disney's animated Hercules do stand up. George is like, that's my next set.
But you know, it was funny because where I thought you were going with the impression of the Italian guy doing the alphabet, I thought you were going to take the easy route and do the first letter and go, hey! But you did it better, so
yeah, no, I'm good.
That's why he gets paid.
But again, thank you for the opportunity.
I'm sorry. Don't book again. Sorry, go ahead.
No, George is like, I'm not getting paid, I'll give you shit, fuck you.
That's funny because you were talking about Cocaine Bear, aka Marty Barkley. Yeah, no, you were talking about GDPR. Any call center workers? Anyone who's worked in a call center is fucking sick of the word GDPR, swear to God.
It's not a word, it's an abbreviation, but okay.
I'm sick of it. This is my show, this is the abuse I'm taking. What they don't know is I'm going to cut it all out.
So I'm pretty sure the GDPR was the proper name for the old East Germany.
What? I don't fucking...
Just saying.
Any East Germans in?
Not anymore!
Are they not just Polish? Is that, no, sorry. Someone said 9 there. Jesus.
I was only one Poland.
Big haters of Hitler in the crowd tonight. Love it. No Kanye fans. George.
So East Germany was the GDR, but nobody here is old enough to remember the fall of the Berlin Wall. So that one's on me.
Kanye West. It's not Kanye West Germany.
No, it's Kanye old school Germany.
Yeah. But seriously, it is George Robinson Comedy on Instagram.
That's George Robinson Comedy at Threads.
He's like, quickly before they cut it out.
Keep that bit in.
But what's going on with yourself, Joe? Do you know what the thing is with this guy? I never know what to believe what he says. I could ask him anything here, and it's Russian roulette if it's true or not. It's like talking to a psychiatric patient, I swear to God.
It's the sign of a great comic.
It is, that's the scary part.
George is the showbiz version of Leonardo DiCaprio on Shutter Island. He thinks he's here to solve a crime, but he's actually just telling fucking jokes.
He's just Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense to me. I'm pretty sure I've just made him up, and he's not actually here right now. So,
I know what you did. I'll tell you what I've been doing. I've actually been working on a screenplay.
Have you actually?
Yeah, I'm writing a movie. There's a role for everyone here. Again, follow me on Instagram. But it's can I pitch it? Just while I have the platform. So it's about this up and coming comedian, right, in the Northern Irish scene. He's got the looks. He's funny. You know. Does he have a wife and kids? Who knows? You know. But he's good. You know. But he's harboring a dark secret. You know. Every time he comes home to see his parents, when he greets them, he kisses them on the lips. That is the Justin Freeburn story. Working title.
I was like, this is going to be a documentary, he's going to get us.
Fuck you, George. Fuck you.
Sorry, George wouldn't shut on me because I book him for pancakes.
While we're here, can I do that?
Any spots going, Darren? It's me first, right?
Yeah.
It's not me first. I will be booked in September 2029. That's the next time I get booked with Darren here. No. Are you actually working on a screenplay, or was that just more bullshit?
No, I'd never lie to you, baby girl. I'm trying to tear us apart.
Listen, I can change him.
His name's not even George, though.
Yeah.
Jorge, he's mentioned.
Yeah. Si senor. I'm actually working on, como se dice, a screenplay. No, I'm working on a novel, actually.
Oh, yeah.
It's like kind of murder mystery.
Can't wait to see what part of it I'm a dickhead in. This is.
It's not actually about you. Not everything's about you.
Wrong.
Yeah. It's like a crime thriller, because they're quite popular. So it's like, there's this cop, right? And he's good. He's just good, you know? But he doesn't play by the rules, loves justice. When he goes sometimes around the law, his supervisor, he's on his last warning. He's about to get kicked off the force. But he's harboring a dark secret. While on a trip in a safari, he was bitten by a radioactive koala. Bear with me. It's a kid's film as well. And instead of getting powers, what he got was just loads of chlamydia. Koala sound, chlamydia. That'll be on the blurb. But yeah, he doesn't really talk about it, and it doesn't really impact the story at all. But crucially, he is riddled. And the name of that story is the Justin Freeburn.
I am wildly impressed to see a koala survive in sub-Saharan Africa. Such a fucking tale.
Yeah.
I took the fucking rope away too quick. I don't even know what you do.
Let's go home.
Just me, George. That was lovely. Well played, sir. I love your work. Keep her lit, and I'm looking forward to that Hercules sequel that you're in.
Thank you very much. Can I go?
Yeah, George Robinson. Do you know what I always laugh about these shows? Every time one of the guests gets me back, like they come at me for something, get a slag at me, the crowd love it. But they love it, and I'm just hated so often. But here, listen, any publicity is good publicity. So that's Justin Freeburn on Threads. Anyway,
Did you say any publicity is good publicity?
Yeah.
I mean, tell that to the Israeli government.
This guy got real, didn't it? Fucking. So what's your stance on Israel policy? Anyway, listen folks, you know what, we'll just wrap it up here. Everyone give a round of applause for Darren Matthews, my co-host for the night. Listen, as I said, you can check him out, Darren Matthews, comedian, on Instagram. You can also follow the Sunflower Comedy Club. Last Sunday of every month, I've done it multiple times, and it is genuinely one of my favourite clubs to do, so go check that out. Give it up for yourselves now. You were fucking fantastic for coming out. Absolutely class, love to see it. If you want to find more of these shows, then just follow Scaldy Comedy on Instagram. I post all the shows there, all the ticket links are in the bio of that Instagram account. So we do them all over Belfast, do them if you're from other areas, you know, we might even have one. Where are you from again? Lisburn? Yeah, we might do one in Lisburn, but we won't. But nobody does comedy in Lisburn. But listen, yeah. But everyone give her a big round of applause for all the acts you've seen tonight. Let's go for them. We got Sean Haggerty, Cameron O'Hagan, Bonnie Martinez, Pete Giffen, Jerry Sumpin, Joe Jarvie, Anthony Marty, Will Ray, Martin Barkley, and George fucking Robinson.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for the man who made the show happen. Give it up for Justin Freeburn!
Listen folks, as I said, you've been fantastic. Go enjoy the rest of your night. Take it easy.